This is Modulus, a factory automation game that focuses on being a strategy game just like Shapes, but I actually enjoyed this demo or playtest more than Shapes, so let's get into it. What's the gameplay loop? You mine resources, there's a few resource nodes, nothing here is random, so when you've got these miners placed down, they will obviously mine resources. You have to place them on specific nodes, then they will go into a machine and turn into a shape. Maybe it's just a block, and you have to have lots of machinery to configure this. You can have splitters to split the block up, and by the way, you control this. You can control where it splits and how much it splits. There's a whole UI section for this, and it's really cool, really amazing, really easy to understand. That's a major point to this, easy to understand everything. So you will split up some shapes, and then maybe you have to split two different shapes up into obviously different things, and then merge them in with a merger to get a weird looking shape, because that's what they request. Now eventually these shapes will all go to a hub area, and a drone can pick these shapes up and put them into this hub area, and then it will meet all the requests. And to be honest, that's one part of the game that just didn't make any sense. I would have these shapes get delivered to one building, and then there's a building right next to that building, but a drone would have to take those shapes to the building rather than just using a conveyor belt or something. It just didn't make no sense. The map to this game, by the way, you have like different square areas or areas in general, and they will all get connected by bridges. So you will have one big space, a small bridge, another big space. This adds to the strategy because you can only have so many belts in this bridge area to transfer resources from the other areas. So I do think there's a lot of content to this game. I also think there's a lot of variety to this game because there's so much machinery. Like these blocks, for example, you can also paint them if they have paint requests. If they want one paint in black, then you paint it black. I will also add by saying that this game has no timers or no resource replenishment, and there are no enemies or anything like you see in other automation games. So you can just play this at your own pace, and maybe you need to redo a whole area just to make it better, and there's nothing stopping you from doing that straight away. There's actually no release date to this game, but like I said, there is a demo up and there's also a playtest up. I don't know why they're both up at the same time, it's a bit weird, but they are up, and you can probably play this game if you go to their Steam page. You can get a sneak peek of what the game has to offer. That's what I've done here, because the game is not released. It actually doesn't even say it's going to be released in 2025, but it looks polished enough to the point where it could be, but I'm not going to put words into no one's mouth. So if you think you might like this game, definitely go and play it. I had fun with it. I do like automation games though. I've got so many hours in Foundry and Factorio, but I will say this game is a bit more of a puzzle, a bit more of a strategy to just your automation games. So whilst it is an automation game, it doesn't really feel like Factorio or Foundry or Satisfactory. It's completely different. It's just a puzzle game. Imagine it like a puzzle game, but it's got automation mechanics to it, which is exactly like what Shapes and Shapes 2 is. I know the recent game of Shapes 2 did just recently release. I played the demo to that game too, but it was too much of a mind puzzle and my brain was thinking way too much. I didn't enjoy it whatsoever. I know some people love that game though. I enjoyed this game a lot more than that. This game's a lot more easier to understand. There's so many UI and all these mechanics to the game. It just adds to the game and makes it really cool. Everything has a tutorial to it. You will understand 99% of the game. I think there's one thing that I didn't understand, but obviously I got past that somehow. So anyway, highly recommend this game. I need to mention though, it does need optimization. This game, it does use your computer resources. Just to say it's some simple-ish game. Graphics look really good though, but it does need some efficiency and optimizations in here. So if you have the worst of worst computers, you might not get a good FPS, you might not hit 30, but you're still going to be able to play it. Anyway, go check this game out. Links are down below to the demo or the actual game, but hopefully there is a demo up that you can play yourself, because this game is really cool to play. It doesn't really mess with your brain too much. You're not going to have to think so much that it's overwhelming and you're going to need a break. It does it really well. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you've made your mind up whether you want to try this game or not, and I hope to see you in the next ones. Thank you and goodbye.